success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Dave Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Adkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Gets it out quickly. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense running to the football?
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? The RPO, it's complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass. Something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Set. Ready, go!
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
Black 24!
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking off. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The run to the left. Flying out to the left. Crosses midfield. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over.
My goodness, you're backed up, just trying to give yourself some space on offense. Forget that. I'm taking this thing 98 yards to the house. You know what's nice? To almost break the 100-yard rushing mark in one play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
They were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Dave.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Unloads quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's
just causing wreckage in the the secondary. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
That's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Longhorns in the hurry up. Quarterback sneaks ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd and you're trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Didn't move it a millimeter on that last play, and now they'll try it again on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll leave it with him. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling the plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out. He did extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Coates. At the 45 on his way. If he was going to go, gets it down to the 37.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibility.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
First down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Tackle is made.
And there, no, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but Man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game, be physical? Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Quickly complete. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Handoff to the single back. Pickup of one. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires to the right. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Really tough on offense. Third and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. You're going to rush the passer. You're going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get those plays, you let the offense that really well.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Dropping back, it's hard. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happened. happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. He wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. With jet sweep pass. And he breaks into the open. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off.
Well, the defense is expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. Perfect coverage. A great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the 3rd. On the move from inside his 5. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Alabama quickly back to behind.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. We're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Looking for room. It's Coates. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. And they get him down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. At the 35, he's got room. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can...
He's got it! Touchdown, Bama! They take the lead with the 6. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Penn State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Snags a quick pass on the left. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big play in the passing game there. I like the receiver clearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Trucks through the defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Hamilton. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Using the quick game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's all you want. You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
Jackrabbit.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On the double.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the 1st down.
And this offense is all over. Right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rate.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On the ready.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Lasso. Alert, alert.
Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Defense not showing press coverage. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Billy's got more. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. Got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Alabama pushing the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Got his man on the right. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Touchdown time! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Well, that receiver's